So welcome my dear students to this video tutorial on the transformation and the operation that can be performed on the different types of attributes. So in the last class we have seen that what are the different types of attributes, what a property that they possess. Okay, so this particular table which is originally given by the psychologist S. Mead Stevens, who originally defined this type of attribute, shows that the definition of the different attributes with their transformation functions along with the information about the statistical operations that are valid for each type. Okay, each attribute type possesses all the properties and operations of the attribute type above it. So for example, ordinal attribute possess all the properties of nominal attribute, and all the operations that is valid for nominal attribute will also be valid for ordinal attribute, and consequently any property or operation that is valid for example nominal, ordinal, interval attribute is also valid for ratio scale attribute. Okay, so we can say that the definition of the attribute types is cumulative. Okay, however, you have to remember one thing, that this does not mean that the operations appropriate for one attribute type are not appropriate for the attribute type above it. The meaning is this: median, percentile and rank correlation, which are valid for ordinal attribute, are not valid for nominal attribute. Okay, so these are the different things. Okay, next we can see the statistical operation that makes sense for a particular type of attribute are those that will yield the same result when the attribute is transformed using a transformation that preserves the attribute's meaning. So whenever you are using a transformation function for a particular attribute, the transformation function will preserve the attribute's meaning. Okay, the new value of that after transforming will have all the quality of the previous attribute. Okay, so this particular table, which is given by the S. Mead Stevens, he also defined the attributes in terms of the these permissible transformations. Okay, so we will see every attribute one by one, and we will see the transformation function and what are the different operations that is valid for this attribute type. So let's have a look on the nominal attribute. As we know that nominal attribute are those attributes in which we can compare using only the distinctness property, which is equal and not equal. Okay, so the transformation function used in case of nominal attribute will be one-to-one mapping, that is a permutation of the values. Okay, we know that if we consider any organization employee ID, the employee ID for each employee will be unique. So for example, if I say EMP1, EMP2, so I cannot say that EMP1 is greater than EMP2, but I can say EMP1 is not equal to EMP2. So this is an example of nominal attribute. Okay, so if all the employees ID numbers are reassigned from EMP1 to, if I assigned it as E1 or EMP2 to E2, then it will not make any difference. So here and one-to-one mapping is used. From EMP1 it is assigning to E1, from EMP2 it is assigning to E2. Okay, so this is a one-to-one mapping, and after transformation the values does not have any other meaning, so it preserves the old meaning of the original meaning of the attribute. So next we will have a look on the ordinal attribute. In case of ordinal attribute, the attribute will have a meaningful order. Here the transformation function is this: the new value of the ordinal attribute will be taken by the help of a function of the old value, where f is a monotonic function, and these are the properties or statistical operations which are valid for ordinal attribute. The operations are median, percentile and rank correlation. Okay, so suppose an attribute encompassing the notion of good, better, best is an example of, or an attribute can be represented equally well by 1, 2, 3 or any other value. Okay, So now see, this is a monotonic function. This good is transformed to 1, better is transformed to 2, okay, and best is transformed to 3. So this is an example of the transformation example of the ordinal attribute. In case of interval attribute, the value of the new value will be equal to the formula a into old value plus b, where a, b are both the constant value, okay. And you can see the different statistical operation valid on interval attribute will be mean, standard deviation, and Pearson correlation. For example, the temperature in Fahrenheit and Celsius scales differ in the location of the zero value, as we know, and the size of the degree, which is the 32. So a temperature in Celsius can be converted into Fahrenheit using the transformation function value in Celsius, which can be multiplied by 1.8 or 9.5, and that value will be added to 32. So here your value of a is 1.8, value of b is 32, or value of a is 9/5, or value of b is 32. So we can see that this is a transformation function which retain the because if you convert the temperature from Celsius to Fahrenheit, it does not make any different meaning, so it is the same meaning, okay. Next we will see the ratio scale variable, okay. So the ratio scale variable, the transformation function, as you can see here, the transformation function is new value is equal to a into old value, where a is a constant. So the different valid operations that are statistical operations that are valid in case of your ratio scale attribute is geometric mean and harmonic mean, okay. So length is an example of ratio scale variable. So a length can be either measured in meter or it can be measured in feet. The meaning of a length attribute is unchanged if it measured in meters or instead of feet. So meter can be converted to feet using a formula using multiplied by value. So as you all know, so this is an example of the transformation function of ratio scale variable. So whenever in case of data mining algorithm, whenever you are having a data, first you have to find out the attribute or the types of the attribute. Then you have to know what are the valid operations that can be applied on the attribute, and you should know the transformation function. How can you transform the value of the attribute to another value without losing any information, or with preserving the information that is in the old value, okay. So apart from this also, an independent way of distinguish between attribute is by the number of values that they can take, which is the discrete and continuous attribute, okay. A discrete attribute has a finite or countably infinite set of values. Such attribute can be categorical, for example zip code or the ID numbers, or numerical such as counts or the different things, okay. Discrete attributes are often represented using integer variables, okay, and binary attributes are a special case of discrete attributes and assume only two values that can be true or false, yes or no, 0 or 1, okay. Next attribute is known as the continuous attribute. So a continuous attribute is one whose values are real numbers. Examples include attributes such as temperature, height, or weight. Continuous attributes are specially represented as floating point variables, and practically real values can also be measured and represented with limited precisions, okay. So as in this tutorial we have seen the different types of attributes, the transformation function, and the valid statistical operation which can be applied on the attributes, okay. In a next video lecture we will have another thing which can be applied on this type of attributes. We will see the similarity and the dissimilarity measure. Thank you very much.